Hello everyone. It's Sunday the 30th of March 2025, about 11:05, 40 degrees. We're in Allston Brighton in Boston, and we're taking this little neighborhood walk to see the magnolias that are out and blooming. On my channel, I like to take you to places, see people and events. Today it's a part of the thing that I like to do in the spring, which is go see everything that's blooming. Flowers aren't out yet, but the magnolias here are. I've looked other places and they weren't quite out yet. I'm gonna totally, he should have went, but maybe not. So yeah, this is kind of my home neighborhood, so we get here quite often, but it's been a little while. There's the liquor store. Opened at 10. We got some serious drinkers in Boston. And here's my neighborhood market, father and son. That's the father. Indian family. This is the Warren Street stop on the MBTA Metropolitan Boston Transit Authority, which we call the T. And there's a big damn German Shepherd. I like to people watch, puppy watch, just see what we can see. There's always at least one thing that's unexpected. It might have been that big dog. If you like to explore new places, see different events ranging from protests to, no, we're going this way, protests to dance-offs to lion dances in Chinatown, subscribe. Like this video because it helps me get it in front of more people. And leave a comment. Let me know if you've been here, if you like this kind of stuff. That's pretty. Hopefully they don't get frostbitten this week. Anyway, pretty flowers. And they're all up and down this sidewalk. There's also some daffodils and violets. Here comes a B line train going to Boston College. The front is a Type 7, which is the oldest type in service. It doesn't have any ramps for disabled people, so it always goes with the Type 8, which is the second one. Type 8's run by themselves. Sometimes. I probably will later today because I don't need as much capacity on a Sunday. Although, it's student season. A lot of this housing is Boston University and Boston College students. If you go down that way, you get to Boston College. If you go up that way, you get to... Did I say Boston College? That was Boston College. The first one was Boston University. Sorry if that was confusing. Ahead of us, Boston University. Behind us, Boston College. Don't you worry, don't you worry. Sometimes I listen to music and sing along, so if you hear some bad singing, sorry in advance. So it's a Sunday morning. It's rained for the last day or so. Had some dry time yesterday when I took you to the Tesla takedown protest at the Tesla dealership on Boylston Street in Boston. Here you can see some stuff is already coming up, but no flowers yet. Not yet. Yeah, this is kind of a busy thoroughfare. You've got 4 lanes out in the middle, and then the train, 2 lanes of trains, I guess, one each direction. And then on each side of the avenue are what are called carriage roads, and that's this little road that we're next to, carriageway. It gets rather confusing sometimes if you're not from here driving. See, these are coming out. Well, here's some green leaves, and here's some yellow Flowers, leaves, I don't know what they are. Cones, leaves. Don't you So, always students lining up to go somewhere. I'll tell you one of my pet peeves. They don't pay. They go in one of the back doors where there are places to pay with a credit card, and they just ride for free, which irritates me to no end. Excuse me. I'm a little phlegmy. Here comes the train going the other direction, down to Government Center. That's my primary method of transportation right there. This is Lee's Shoe Market. Usually it's open now, I don't know why it's not. It's another little corner bodega. If we go down this street, on the left, right after this building, you can turn left and walk through a park in what's called an urban wild. It's unpaved path, basically. Paths up on the hill that's next to it, and then if you go down further, it's just a normal sidewalk that goes through the park. We'll cross as soon as we don't have a crosswalk here, a walk sign is what I'm trying to say. But it's always safe when the train goes, because nobody can cross the street when the train goes. I do occasionally get in accidents. There was a Maserati that got stuck up on the track ahead, and the train just hit him. Pull out in front of it when it's doing 20, 30 miles an hour, and that's probably going to happen. Allston Street stop. Storage, laundromat, all the typical things you might see in a mixed-use neighborhood. Excuse me. We're just a few more weeks until the marathon. We'll get out and go down the day before and see the start-finish line when everybody's down there getting their bibs and selfies and stuff. I went last year, that was fun. And then we'll record the video, excuse me, record a good part of the marathon. Last year I recorded it, and I did it in 4K, so the files were huge. This year I might live stream it. I think it might be more interesting that way. I did it in the Brookline portion of the track last year. See, we got flowers. Then there's some more yellowy yellow ones up here, along with a rock that is really a rat trap. Boston has a lot of rats. Now, this wall used to be a mural. I like the mural. I have pictures of it. Maybe I'll throw one in here if I remember. I'm listening to some EDM this morning. But it's kind of chosen by Spotify, so. See, across the street, there's the Xfinity store, a pizza place, a Starbucks, that kind of stuff, and a barbershop that starts at like $60 a cut. No, I go to the guy in the VA hospital and he charges $15. I give him a $5 tip. And then Like I said, it's kind of mixed use. You've got the tailors in the bottom level. We walked past the Aerosmith house where the Aerosmith got their start, I think. Here's Grigg Street stop. More daffodils, and I don't want to stop right in front of somebody, so we'll see them down further. See, these other trees aren't out yet, but soon. And you can tell it's a Sunday morning because there's stuff kind of everywhere. Here's some of these, they're pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. You never know what you're going to find on a mailbox. See, more yellow ones. Oh, these are my, I call them my buddies. They had masks during COVID. Oh, you work, I play. We got the turtle. I always get weird looks when I do this, but I don't care. This is always redecorated as the season gets going, but it's kind of neat. They do this every year. And then we're coming up to another train. The Allston Brighton Community Development Corporation's down there in the basement. Another laundry. Now we're getting into more business. We've always seen lots of dogs. And this is the Hopewell Bar. Now soon, another month or so, they'll put out their outdoor seating, take up that part of the sidewalk. I have not been. It's very popular though. I always see people running and nothing chasing them. It doesn't make any sense to me. That used to be a CVS drugstore. It moved down here to the next street. It was a COVID testing center for about a year. When we got tests, oh, those got knocked down. So that's only really those magnolias and these daffodils that are up, but you know, there'll be more. We'll probably come down this way often because it's pretty in some of the side streets too. It's just a little early, so early, not in the morning, because I took a nap after getting up early. But it's early in the season. We're coming up on Harvard Street. And these parking meters are always colorfully adorned. This is the avenue where you can get a burger for $2.75 after 10. Harvard Avenue stop. One direction it's Harvard Avenue, the other it's Harvard Street. Yes, cannabis is legal here, and you can even get it delivered. This is always a busy stop, even on a Sunday when school's not open. We got a nail salon, a liquor store, a 7-Eleven we're coming up to. See, there's a little bit of everything on here. I have some little Ukrainian flags. Shh, don't tell anybody. And the winged rats. People always feed them. Sometimes they'll take off and we'll get one of those interesting shots with them all running to you and hoping that they're not going to take a shit on you. That's where we are. Excuse me. A lot of times we go right. I think this time we'll go left. Bus stop that's also always busy. There's a Boston fire truck. So this is a lot of Korean restaurants. After the All-American Five Guys burgers. They're good, but the last time I got fries from there delivered, they didn't fill up half the bag like they usually do. Must be an inflation thing. There's the Blue Moon Smoke Shop and the Korean barbecue chicken place. This place is called Oppa Sushi. I've never seen it open. It says it's open. Has a menu in the window. Ooh, that looks lovely. Tiger Sugar. Another smoke shop. One on each corner. That one's much smaller than that one, which it's all open and you can see all the stuff, but we're not gonna walk over there. Well, your other blinker is on. Left blinker on, turning right. Another pet peeve. Well, see, really is turning. I see. Let's just look at them. Machi Machi. Union is supposed to be really good. It's always busy on weekends. So you can see more Korean places. I've had my hair cut in that barber shop over there. Here's the pet shop. Florio World is very good. They're open until 3, but I've had their stuff delivered. I've never eaten in. Tattoo joint. Ritual arts. So there'll be interesting things in the window. Let's look at them. interesting. There's a... And they do tarot readings. So that's interesting things. And then there's this guy. Here's a carpet and furniture store. All kinds of. And there's the hair salon. Commercial space that's available, but it has, oh, it did have a bunch of Boston postcards on it. Not so much now. Asian lifestyle and skincare and makeup. Dumpling Kingdom, I've had their food, I think. There's a dumpling daughter too, so it gets confusing. More self-storage off in the distance. Music store. A nice bench we could take a rest on. Kung Fu bubble tea. A dentist. So yeah, just typical stuff you would say. Ooh, that's new. New dispensary over there. Huh. I have to send a picture of it to my friend. What a place to end. Uphead's Blanchard's. It's a very popular liquor store. As you can tell, people are waiting to get in. And I always enjoy the utility boxes because they're very interestingly painted. This one has pigs. So, we're on Harvard Avenue at Brighton Avenue. And since we're about at the 20-minute mark, which is what I try to keep these, I'm going to wish you all a great rest of your day or night or whatever it is when you watch this. Till next time, love y'all.